among the elite ports of America as a chapter of the International Propeller Club, which, for those of you who may not be aware, is the largest maritime networking organisation in the world. Oh yeah! With more than 80 port chapters and 5,000 members. Now we must thank our sponsors, and it would be particularly good if our sponsors were here, but some of them are still out drinking in Chicago. And I'm just not. So if Ed McNamara walks in the room, Ed is one of our gold sponsors. He's managing partner of Armada Risk Partners, a port insurance specialist. Chris Carr, we know Chris is here. Chris has been since 5 o'clock. We're able to squeeze. Managing partner of SBSB East, the law firm. 5R River and Material Handling. We know Nick is here. Nick, thank you for your Chad support. We don't know where Chad is. It's not a Propeller Club event without Chad. And Solihull Ultrasonics, they're not here either. They're in Britain, but we're grateful for their support and we look forward to seeing them in a future event. But it's brilliant to be bringing back the Chicago Propeller Club after a hiatus of 15 years. And our first events last year brought all segments of the maritime industry together for the first time in Chicago for many years. I think I'm right in saying that, Grant. And we know deals are already being done, relationships have been forged, and this is just the beginning. In true Chicago style, we want to go big. I think Chris says to me, we go big or we go home. And we want to be the biggest propeller club on the Great Lakes. And one of the biggest in all of America. That's the Chicago attitude. Yes, we can. And I think we do need to raise awareness of Chicago in the maritime industry, because my experience, having moved my business 4,000 miles to be here from the UK, is that Chicago is underestimated. It's not that well known in the international maritime industry. And we've got to change that. We've got to raise awareness and get the name out there. We know there's a lot of maritime business here. CMA are here. They were the most profitable business in France in 2022. So they've got plenty of dollars. MSC is here. They made 3 times more profit than Amazon last year. So we really want to engage these businesses and encourage them to invest here in Chicago. And with the changing geopolitical scene, we see a lot more investment coming into the US, the energy industry, which is of course so close to the maritime industry. And we want to encourage more of those businesses, transatlantic businesses, to invest here in Chicago. We're at the heart of the nation, the crossroads of the nation. We're still the principal interior trade route for the Americas. So, we want to offer you value. This is what this is about. I run my own business, and I'm always saying to myself, you've got to offer the clients value. So what value can we offer you? We've got a number of events coming up. So, from a Chicago Propeller Club perspective, we have Maritime Day on May the 22nd, the date for your diary. And also at the American Great Lakes Ports Association conference, which was a super event last year for those of you who attended. Really great networking, really great presentations. That's on August the 7th. We hope to do an event around then. We've also got our headquarters event, the International Propeller Club. They have their Salute to Congress dinner in Washington, DC in June. And they have their annual convention in Tampa in October. And I've been to both those events, and they are really good for building your network and making connections. From a global maritime point of view, we have a stand at the Connecticut Maritime Association Trade Fair next week. Next to the Polaris stand, I have to emphasize my business. So if you're at CMA, please drop by and help fly the flag for Chicago. Posidonia, the biggest maritime trade fair in the world next year in Athens. We're planning on doing events with the Polaris chapter of the International Propeller Club. That is the biggest propeller club in the world with 1,000 members and $1 million turnover. So that's where we've got to get to, Chris and Ian and Tara and Eric if he was here. They're setting a very high bar. So all of this for $150. I think that's a bargain. You can sign up today. We've We've got the terminals here. You can sign up on the website, ChicagoPropellerClub.com. You can follow us on LinkedIn. I know Monica was very keen at the last event that we should have a LinkedIn page.
Yeah.
So you can follow us on LinkedIn.
If you want to sign up, I will find
So, yeah, as you like to see here, we want to raise a militia, a maritime militia, and get the word of Chicago out there. So, our first speaker this evening is Ryan McCoy, Port Director of Burns Harbor, a key maritime player in our region. Indiana's 3 ports support over 49,000 jobs and generate $8.7 billion annually. And the ports are ranked 12th in the nation. I haven't got the facts right here, Ryan. And Ryan's been Port Director of Burns Harbor for 3 years. He spent more than 20 years in the private sector working in the steel industry, food processing, and the agriculture industry, including 17 years with Cargill. He's a graduate of Purdue University and a native of Northwest Indiana. Ryan, it's over to you.